Hello there, and welcome back. So today we're on Helldivers 2, and I'm gonna share with you a few tips and tricks for farming supercredits, samples, and also to help out with finding where the secondary objectives are on the map. So basically, I've been farming some supercredits on lower levels because I'm missing like a couple of war bonds. Uh, and I've been finding a lot of new players and also some higher level people that don't know this at least the trick to find the points of interest. So I decided to make a video. I know for a fact some big like Helldiver YouTubers like Commissar Kai and Super Salute know about this because I've seen it in some of their videos, and whenever they have uh, live streams of gameplay, I think they mention it. But regardless, I just wanted to make a video like for whoever like doesn't know and finds this video. Hopefully they're gonna help them, and it's definitely gonna help share spread manage democracy for Super Earth. So without further ado, let's just go right in. And basically, the first thing I'm gonna show you guys are the trick to find the points of interest without any kind of LIDAR station or having the boost or anything. So basically, you need to complete a mission, and I think you have to extract, but I'm not sure. But I think if you go in and exit doesn't count. But once you finish a mission, then you go back on the planet and you just launch another mission. And for some reason, when you hover with your cursor on the map, you can see points of interest. I'm not sure if it's a bug or a feature, but if it is a bug, they haven't patched it because this has been like this for over a year when I first got this in 2024. So hopefully they don't patch it. So yeah, basically for farming super credits, I usually you can use the laser cannon because you can use it to open the crates without causing explosion and exploding the barrels. And then I also like to use the jump pack and the warp pack to get into the bunkers. And as a backup for the bunkers, I can also get the exosuit, or if you don't have the warp pack. A lot of people use the vehicle, which is the fastest way to get around the map, but I absolutely hate driving it, so I'm not gonna use that. And but yeah, if you have it unlocked, you can use it. It's definitely the fastest way to get around the map. But yeah, with the jump pack and having options to open the bunker doors, I'm fine. You can you can usually go around the map like pretty fast. And also, if you're doing it with two or more people, obviously this becomes much faster. You just drop in the middle of the map, everybody gets a side, and it's I don't know, 5 minutes. I think you can finish them up. And by your own, I think like 7 to 10 minutes. So yeah, basically for super credits, you have to look for these like drop pods that you can see they're glowing. They're pretty easy to spot, so these are not the hardest to find. And this is where you can find like samples and super credits, medals, and requisition slips. But then the trick is here. So if you get like the map, and after doing a mission beforehand, then if you just hover around the map, you can see you just hover, and at some point you get like a minor place of interest. You can just mark it. So I don't know why this works, but it's been working for like at least a year. I don't know if it worked like this ever since the game came out. But yeah, basically all the points of interest you can find them. So that way, usually where there's an emplacement, there's also like a point of interest, or at least um, like a factory or something. But yeah, basically you just hover on the map and see where all the points of interest are, and just make yourself a route. So you can go, we can go here. And then you find the next one more or less. You can get like here, for example, and like that. This map is not the great. You should avoid maps that have water because you have less maps, so there's less chances of spawning stuff. But yeah, this is basically the easiest way to find all the points of interest. And then you can use your jump pack to like move fast around the map, and the laser cannon to open the crates without exploding the barrels. You can also use explosive weapons like the crossbow, the grenade pistol, or any other explosive gun to open the crates. But I like the laser cannon because I think it's relatively silent, doesn't attract attention, but it also doesn't cause the crates to explode. So yeah, I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick this stuff up because I'm just trying to show this. But yeah, basically we can see there's a point of interest there. So if you go on the map like this, eventually it's gonna pop up. I don't know why exactly it's not here, but oh, there you go. Maybe we need to zoom in a little bit. Anyway, here we have another one. And yeah, basically you can find all of them like this. Oh, that was a fail launch. And you basically need to look for the glowing like pods, the bunkers like this one here, and also the crates. I think that those are the three places where the super crates can spawn. They also you can also get like requisition submetals and also samples. Also, always try to destroy this right here before you warp in, because when you come out, if you touch it, that like bulldozer there is gonna explode and you can die. And also, if you have a hard time going in, just dive and teleport. Kind of failed that once, but there you go. So here we have super crits, and since I'm using the warp pack and the jump pack, obviously I can use both at the same time. So I'm gonna drop my pack here, and if I find another bunker, I just call in the emancipator suit. So if you back up with the emancipator suit with the back facing the bunker, you can open it. You can get out of the bunker and get inside. And I think this one is a crate. So let me show you how you can destroy with this. We don't have like explosive barrels here, but if you shoot an explosive, you can open it, but also the barrels explode and you need to wait for the fire to burn out. But if you use the laser, there you go. It doesn't work with the laser like primaries, it has to be the laser cannon. But yeah, it's pretty useful to open indoors. So yeah, basically that's the trick to get to find the points of interest on the map. And you don't need to look for the LIDAR station, and you can just farm credits on level 1, since level 1 doesn't have the LIDAR station. And I think that's all the points. Okay, we have another one here, I think. So yeah, basically that's it. And also you should look for like the best biomes for this. I'm gonna show you right now on the ship. Basically you need to avoid like jungle and like city areas. These two planets here is like desert, and this one is the biome where the fire tornadoes are. So these two I know for a fact they're very good for finding samples. So yeah, basically this like desert, and avoid like jungles and city. The cities are pretty bad. You can find like this, for example. I think it doesn't have like that many points of interest because it's very thick forest, so there's like less place to put them. But yeah, usually I farm on these two planets here when they're available, because I know they're like two of the best like biomes to find super credits. So yeah, you can use them to farm super credits and samples, obviously. If you stay under level 3, it's better for super credits, because if you go to level 4 and beyond, you get the chance to spawn rare credits, and if you go above 6, you also spawn the super credits. So the more credit types that can spawn, the less chance to have super credits drop. I think, I'm not sure about this, but yeah. And that's basically it. If you want to use the car, you can definitely like do it faster. But yeah, basically look for a biome that's like desert and not too much like jungle or city. And after you finish a mission, then you can hover across the map and find the points of interest. And if you do this with friends, it should take less than 5 minutes. And alone, I think you can do it in like 7 or 10. And now for the next like trick, let's call it. It's to find like secondary objectives. For example, if you go, let's go on like a 6, for example. So you have your main objective, and then you also have usually there's a secondary that you can see on the map. So here we can see we have the Terminal Legal Broadcast and the main objectives. Then this map, usually on 6, I think there's like 3 or 4 other like side objectives. So you have to look at these red circles. So you see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So obviously the ones where the objectives already are, we don't need to look at them. But then if you drop in, you can see that some of these circles are missing. So for example, if we drop in and this circle right here is not red, that means that's a side objective. Because the red areas are like where they have like enemy bases and stuff, they usually appear on the map. So, okay, we'll have one here, one here, one here, and another one here. So if we're gonna drop in, any of these are missing, we know that's where a side objective is. So let me just drop in and see if we can see it. Oh, not that one, sorry. And that's also, oh, now when you pick your stratagems, you see what stratagems you have available for the missions. For example, Hell Bomb, that means there's a side objective, you can destroy the Hell Bomb. The Sieve Artillery is also shown as Orbital Strike, by yellow because it's from the mission. So if you see that, you know you either have like a Sieve Artillery or a SAM site. So that's pretty useful information to know like what to look for, right? Because if you don't have the logo of the Sieve Artillery, is useless to see. Okay. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, and you can see these ones are missing, but we know they're here because they're main objectives. And I think around here there was another circle, right? And I think that's, or at least here. Okay, so yeah, right here, I don't know if it was red, but you can see there's like the detector tower over there. And now we found it. But yeah, I'm not sure if this one was missing, but for example, if you have like a Sieve site and you see this on the map when you drop in, this when you get underground would be like grayed out, and you have to find it. So yeah, it's pretty useful for this. Like if you ever, especially if you're playing bots or Illuminate and you would like to use like a SAM site or a Sieve Artillery, it's easy to see if we have it or not, because I'm gonna go again and show it right now.
The operation has failed. We must try again elsewhere.
Okay, let's see if this one. Alright, so we're here. We see we have like, there's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 around here, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and counting this. Okay, so okay, let's like drop in, and I'm gonna drop here so I'm not like in the middle of anything. Give me a sec. Okay, so here we can see what we have. We have the reinforcement, SOS, supply, and here we have the Hell Bomb. So that means there's an objective that we need a Hell Bomb for example, like a jammer, detector tower, or gunship facility, right? So this means this map doesn't have a Sieve Artillery. So there's no use to try to find it since we already know it's not there. Therefore we need to look for other kind of objectives. And now we're gonna drop in and see if we're seeing any red missing, because I want to show you guys like an obvious example. Because I think the detector tower was red. So yeah, basically I think it's only like useful side objectives that don't appear on the map. For example, like LIDAR Station, SAM sites, because the detector tower doesn't really matter if it's red or not because it's like an enemy camp. But they don't want to show you the LIDAR Station, right? Because it's pretty useful. So if you see it like visually, that's fine. Okay, so now, okay, here we have like 3 red spots, and I think there's probably gonna be something else here because this area was very red. Then we have these 2, and this was obviously red, but it's because it's an objective. Then we have this, and right here is also red. Okay, so again, it's not like a very clear example, but I think there might be a side objective around here because it was pretty red, or in this area because I think this was very red, so maybe it was more than 2, right? So let's see. Let me go have a look, because this one we have the rogue research station, and here let's see if we have anything. But yeah, basically with the stratagems is also useful for you to know what's not on the map. And Also if you care or not, because obviously maybe you don't care, you just want to do the mission regardless of what. Um, okay, I'm gonna have to pass through here. Just gonna laser this. But yeah, this is more of a like a side objective thingy. Also, we can still see the like the points of interest. This works on any level, so as long as you do a mission, the all the like the next missions you can just just drop this here. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm a bit too close to that 500k there. There's a hell bomb there, I think. Okay, so there's nothing here. I think this might work better on like a level 10 maybe, because they have like a lot of objectives. But yeah, basically that's a little bit of knowledge on how to know where to drop and what to expect. Okay, let me just find the Helldive, because now I'm getting kind of annoyed that I don't find like the red areas to show properly. Yeah, basically the idea is this: if you see like red, you know there's like stuff there. Okay, let me. Okay, let's see. Here we have like a lot of red on the map, so hopefully this is gonna help me with my example. And if you don't believe me, just like try it yourself. You're gonna see the result. Okay, so I have a lot of red. There we go. I don't know where I'm putting my setup. Okay. So yeah, hopefully the farming tips helped, and especially the POI trick. I don't know if everybody knows it, because Helldivers that too as it is, they don't explain anything like the different threat stats, the armor penetration, and everything. But this is not even like a feature. I think it's more of a bug. So they're never gonna explain like in game like how to do this. But yeah, there is a possibility they're gonna patch it. So that's a pity. But then again, it's fine. Okay, so we have jammers, we have a detector tower. Okay, let's see. So this was red as hell because it's a fortress. That makes sense. And here you can see this is red, and this one right here was also red, but it's a side objective. And here it's red on the drop like map. This was a red area, but now we see it's not. So these were red, these are red. Okay, so this is the only one that's missing. So here there must be something. Let's try to get there without dying. I don't really want to face these guys right now, but okay, let me just, in case they send any ships. Yeah, let's go to see if we can find what's there. Also, don't you guys hate when people just play and don't gather samples? Like right now, I'm not gonna finish the mission, so I'm not gonna bother. But I don't really need samples, even though I'm not maxed out because I keep donating to the DSS. But a lot of people that like are like maxed out. They don't collect samples when they play, and it's a pity because sometimes they play with lower level or people that are not lower level, like I don't know, level 80 or 60, that maybe they still need the samples to upgrade their ship. And I just gather the samples every time. If I die on a level 10, I'm not gonna go back and get my samples, but I do try to get them, especially if I see somebody that's like not 100, like level 150. So I think people should. Okay, that's an objective. Let's not piss them off. Because if they find me, they're just gonna send people, and it's never gonna stop. Okay, so this right here was red on the map when we started, and now we can see we have a gunship facility here, which is exactly where the red part was, more or less. And sometimes, literally, I found two of these like next to each other. So yeah, that was like my point. Like you can notice like what red part on the map is missing, and that's how you find the secondary missions. So if you ever see that you're missing like secondary objectives, that's the way to do it. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I think I shared all the tips I wanted, and also for anybody that's new, this is This is the rock where the super samples spawn. Basically, it's this weirdly shaped rock, and you can see the super uranium floating around. So yeah, this is where you find, like, if you see this, I think sometimes there's two of these rocks. One of it has samples and one of them doesn't. So uh, definitely you can use it to find the purple samples if you need them. So yeah, let me just drop an SOS for this guy because I'm gonna exit and somebody just joined. I'm gonna drop my stuff here and let me just go. That way he can have a fighting chance. So yeah, basically that's about it. It took me a while to to show off to show um, the secondary objective, like heat map thingy. But yeah, I hope this was useful for anybody. I'm sorry if I went on too long because I usually always just go off on rants when I do these videos. But at least the beginning I hope was pretty concise and clear with the SuperCredit farming and sample farming and the points of interest. And also hope you learned something. If you'd like to see more of these kind of videos, let me know. And also, if you want to see more Helldiver videos, I play Helldivers 2 like almost every day. I just don't record it because sometimes I just hop in for a couple of matches and I don't bother to record or anything. But yeah, if anybody wants to see more Helldivers, I'll be happy to post some more content. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.